Hello, my name's Bill Birkett and I'm a writer and photographer on all matters to do with the outdoors, the great outdoors, walking and climbing. And this is my home. This is where I've lived all my life, the wonderful Lake District. And behind us we have the Langdale Pikes, and on the left is Pike of Stickle, and the right is Harrison Stickle. Down below us here is Blee Tarn. And in this video we're going to do 3 walks of my Exploring Lakes and Low Fells books. There's going to be an easier walk, low level walk, a moderately difficult walk around the beautiful Borrowdale Valley, and then we're going up onto the tops to quite a remote sort of moorland area. Okay, so let's go and explore the wonderful Lake District. Here we are. This is White Mosque Common, and we're going to start the round of Rydal from here. It's a lovely walk through mixed woods. It's a fairly easy walk, one of the easiest walks in the book, but we do go up onto the heights, onto Loughrig Terrace. This is it here. It's number 3. You can see lots of different things on the walk. We go past Wordsworth House, we go past the old slate quarries, the caves, and if we keep our eyes open here as we go through these mixed woods and over the bridge, we may see, actually underneath the surface of the water, the dipper. It's a black and white bird, and it walks along the riverbed under the water. And as we go over into the woods, sometimes we can see the red squirrel, which is a tremendous sighting. And it's a lovely, super enjoyable walk. Okay, we're crossing over Rydal Beck now. We're just leaving White Mosque Common. There's 2 car parks there actually, so it's very accessible. Lovely, all the autumn colours are just starting. Quite often here in the evening you can see roe deer come down and feed here. And it's amazing because we're only 500 yards from the car park, and this is a hazel tree, and I'm just looking to see if I can find any hazelnuts. Which we always used to collect when we were kids, but can't see any on there at the moment. Super beech tree right in front, marvellous. Colours are just starting to change now. Another week, 10 days, it'll be absolutely glorious. If you look at this rock here, you can see how smooth it is, and that, believe it or not, has been polished by ice. And the glacier has come down here, down this valley, and scooped out Rydal water, but you can really see how this solid rock has been shaped by the pressure of ice. An alder tree there. Well, this is an alder tree here, and they love these swampy areas, wet areas, live next to streams and lakes. They love that. And the reason they're good for gunpowder is that when you make charcoal out of these trees, charcoal is very, very fine, and it mixes excellently with the saltpeter and sulphur, and makes a really high class of gunpowder. Well, this is a kissing gate, because the gate, or yat as we call it, hits both sides of this here. It's a great big slab of slate, and later on we're going to see where they got these from. There's a clue here. If you look at this, that's a shot hole, and that's how they blasted out this piece of rock from the quarry. Lovely. It amazes me actually, when I'm doing this walk or any walk, I often keep my eye on the ground, and even though hundreds, thousands of people do this walk every summer, it's very popular, so always keeping your eye open is always worthwhile. And just a couple of years ago, a friend of mine, who's a local headmaster at a primary school, he was out with a group of children, and one of the kids picked up a piece of stone and said, "Oh, I've got a stone axe here, master," whatever, teacher, and he said, "No, it won't be a stone axe." And the child, even though thousands of people walked on this path, picked up an absolute perfect specimen of a stone axe, polished stone axe from Langdale Stone Axe Factory, something like 5,000 years BC. So it's always worth keeping your eye open.
Okay.
So here we are, not probably half an hour, no more, from the car park, and down below has got a wonderful vista right across the Rydal Water. Really incredible scene. Over there, that's Nab Cottage, that's the former home of De Quincey, and in the trees over there, just out of sight, and that's where we're going, that's Rydal Mount, Wordsworth's former home. But if you look carefully on the hillside opposite, you can just see a level line, and that's the old Coffin Road, and we're going along there as well. That's used to be from Ambleside to Grasmere. People used to think it was the other way about, from Little Grasmere to Large Ambleside, but they went from Ambleside to Grasmere. And then over there, Helm Crag, above Grasmere itself. Superb. I don't know if you can hear that now below my feet, but that tinkling noise, that's slate quarry waste actually, and that's because we're just about to go to Rydal Caves, which are former slate quarries. Okay, these are Rydal Caves here, and this, if you remember the shot hole on the Kissing Gate, this is where it came from. Probably not this particular point, but possibly from this quarry here. And this is where they drilled in the rock, packed this with gunpowder, and blew out these great big holes. And this is what we see here. This is Rydal Cave. And these are Rydal Caves. It's an old slate quarry, but you can see it's quite above me. There's somebody abseiling. It's quite an adventure area for everyone, really. Originally, this is what they called a close head, and it was a really huge underground chamber from where they extracted the slate. And this slate would go to the houses of Ambleside or Grasmere. I'm just leaving the quarries now, and I'm winding down this lovely quarry track down towards this larch plantation. And you quite often find larch trees near quarries. And the reason for that is they make excellent sort of beams and the roofing material for the huts, and also they're used inside the tunnels. Although to support the tunnels into the rock, they're very strong, very flexible. Now here you can see the cleavage in the slate. You see these very, very straight faces on the slate. That's the slaty cleavage. And this, in fact, is another of these big quarries, a close-head slate quarry. lime green here of the ash is starting to turn. I'm dipping down now from the end of Loughrig Terrace down to the end of Bridalwater itself. I'm really looking forward to it because again we're back into lovely oak woods down by the river. Okay, we're dropping down now to the low level path by the lake shore, and I actually describe that as an alternative way to this high level route, but equally lovely. But I like the high level route. I like looking at the quarries. This is about the nearest point we get to Bridalwater, and we're just about going to lovely oak woods here, smashing oak woods. But it's a good place for a picnic here, or on a hot sunny day you can always jump in and have a swim. Mind you, it's always pretty cold, but really lovely view now out across Bridalwater. Now down by the shores of Bridalwater, and I'm sitting in this really super large oak, and I often think, did Willie Wordsworth sit here composing his poetry looking up the lake? Who knows? It's rather gusty and blowy at the moment, but one of the things about this particular walk is that it's ever changing. Every season is different. We're just coming to autumn now, the colours are just beginning to change, but when we go into winter, you know, this little lake can be covered in thick ice, and all around us can be white with snow. And then spring again is another season, and then we have the greens of summer. So it's an ever-changing scene, and this is one of the great things about this walk, a walk for all seasons. This is about the halfway point now, and this is the River Rothie down below us, and I've just seen the white front of a dipper over there on that rock, which is quite amazing. I'd love it to come and dive in the river here in front of us and walk along the bottom. It would be quite a sight. There is a family of dippers follow this section of the river, and just above us now is Rydal Village and Rydal Mount, the former home of Wordsworth, and that's where we're going to go. Well, this is Rydal Mount here. This is the former home of William Wordsworth. He lived here for 37 years, and he wrote some of his best poetry here, and tremendous span of poetry. Everything from the simplistic daffodils to Ode to Intimations of Immortality, reckoned to be one of the finest poems in the English language. So a stunning array. But us locals, we have a secret about William Wordsworth, which not many people know, and that is that Dorothy wrote all the best stuff. Well, this is a good place for a stop. Lovely view across Nab Cottage, and this is where they used to. This is the coffin route we're on, and this is where they used to actually lay the coffins and have a rest from carrying them when they carried the coffins from Ambleside to Grasmere. So, but I find it very comfortable actually. Well, I find this side of Rydal Water is actually quite a different character to the other side that we walked before. And some people often ask me what this feature is here. Quite unusual, this sort of retaining wall above this ancient coffin route. And that's actually the line of the Thirlmere Aqueduct from Thirlmere Reservoir all the way to Manchester. And it's gravity fed. It's quite a magnificent structure really. It's in cast iron pipe, but it's tunnels, siphons and gently folding section. But it's actually gravity fed all the way from Thirlmere to Manchester.